Good evening, everybody. If you're just now tuning in after the live is over, I want to welcome you to the replay. Wait just a few moments and let a couple of people hop on. Good evening, good evening. Happy MLK Day. I hope that a lot of you got out and were able to serve somebody. That's what today was about. Today just wasn't a day off for the kids. Today just wasn't a day off to, relax. Some of you had a day off of work, but I really hope that you served somebody today because that was part of MLK's dream. So I hope you served. I did some running around today. I had to go meet my dad about 2 hours away for lunch. And my service today, I was a personal chef for a lady that has dietary needs. Hey, Elder Angela, Elder Lawton, Elder Moore, hey, Jazzy, hey, Tam. But I am a personal chef for a lady that has special dietary needs. And I whipped up some special stuff for her, and that was my service today. So here's part 2 of my service. I want to just bring out some information. Kind of nervous, but if you've seen any of my other videos, I'm always talking about comfort zone, and I committed to doing this and stretching my comfort zone, so here I am. So I think we got enough viewers, so I'm trying not to have this too long. I'll go more in depth with this on a YouTube video that I'm working on, so I will drop my YouTube link in the comments, but I really go in depth with it. But tonight I'm going to try to keep it about, I don't know, maybe 10-20 minutes, so I'm not going to go too deep. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So tonight's topic, like I said, I'm doing this to really help a lot of my viewers and help a lot of the people that don't really know me get to know me. I went to a leadership retreat last weekend, if you saw that, and it really helped get some of the skeletons out of my closet, and to God be the glory for that. And it really helped me, and I want to hopefully be able to help somebody else, give a testimony, how to tell what I went through to help somebody else. So today's topic is how to conquer on your yellow brick road. So basically, I chose this topic because when I was younger, the Wizard of Oz was a very, very, very special movie to me. At the time, it was special. Something traumatic happened, and it made it not so special. But I can say now again that it is special to me. It's helped me grow. And recently, this past weekend. So that's why I chose this. So I'm going to kind of get into this. But before I can get into it, I got to kind of tell you what happened. So, we've all watched The Wizard of Oz. We were little. We've all watched it. Well, when I was little, I'm not going to tell you my age, but it wasn't double digits. I was molested. And when I was molested, it damaged me. And I can distinctly remember, I used to play the piano and I used to sing. I could do both. My husband said I was probably a prodigy child, and maybe I was, but I could do both, and I can still sing. I've just lost my talent on the piano. But because that happened to me, I kind of put singing and piano playing in a box, and I never opened it. I'm not going to say Pandora's box because it's not negative, but I put it in a box, and I never opened that box back up because it was traumatic. My parents didn't find out until I was pregnant with my first child, and that happened because he saw me, and I was pregnant with my first child, and he said something to me, and it was very, very, it wasn't vulgar, but it brought back all those feelings that I tried to tuck away, and it just brought it back. So again, I haven't really sang in public other than leadership retreat, and haven't played the piano, but one of my goals is to get that back. So that's that. So that's why I remember there's actually a soap opera playing, but before that, I remember distinctly The Yellow Brick Road, and that always stuck in my mind, and that's why I never watched it again. So this is huge, y'all. This is huge. God is amazing for me to be able to sit here and talk about this. I actually had to study. I had to watch clips. I had to listen to the music, and it happened. So to God be the glory for that. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. All right. So number one, I need everybody to understand, when we watched this as a child, we didn't really realize how powerful and symbolic this was. So Yellow Brick Road is your journey in life, your journey in relationships, your spiritual journey. I mean, just your journey in general in life. So that's what the Yellow Brick Road is, okay? So I need you to kind of use your imagination, go back to that childhood imagination, and I want you to put yourself in Dorothy's shoes. And this right here, my mom, after she found out what happened, she made this for me. I was in a Brave boot camp, and I didn't really get to tell my story the way I wanted to. But she made this for me that weekend and mailed it to me. So this is my ruby slipper. It's hanging on my wall near my, my vision boards and everything. And it just helps me remember, basically not to look back and to keep stepping forward in faith. So that's what this is. That's why I got it there. Thanks, Mom, for that. But I want you to put yourself in Dorothy's shoes. So again, you're Dorothy, okay? This shoe to me represents your dreams, your aspirations, okay? So that's what the ruby slippers are. Now, in this, in the Wizard of Oz, that Dorothy had a traumatic event happen, and she got away from home. She was in a foreign place. She was just trying her best to get back, and she had these ruby slippers that she found. And again, that's your dreams and aspirations. And the entire movie, what's going on? So let's get some engagement. So this entire movie, I hope y'all still there. If you watch The Wizard of Oz during this entire movie, what was the end goal? What were they trying to get from her? So somebody drop that in the comments. If not, then I'm going to tell you in about 10 seconds. Count down. I think somebody said something. Nope, somebody else joined. Hey, Sierra. So in The Wizard of Oz, the whole entire time, they're trying to get Dorothy's ruby slippers. Okay? They're trying to take her dreams and her aspirations away. All right? So while she's, this is not in chronological order. I just kind of pinpointed in certain things. But while on this journey, she came across some people. And one of the important people, before I get into that, I want you to listen to this quote that Dorothy said. Dorothy said, "If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard. Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with." Is that right? So I want you to remember that. She is saying that she's never going to look any farther than her backyard if she ever gets lost again, because she's already had it. She's always going to have it. Okay, so I want you to remember that part. So on this journey, she comes across the Tin Man. So the Tin Man is stuck. He can't move his lips. He can't move his limbs. He can't move his head. Nothing can move. Now, to me, this was powerful because I also, I can't really give it any power anymore, but I did. And I said it in past tense and getting rid of it. Suffered from anxiety and depression. They tried to tell me I was bipolar, and I wasn't having that. But I suffered from it. And for anybody that's watching this that suffers from that, or any type of mental illness, I really hope that this becomes a testimony for you, because you know how hard it is for me to sit on this camera and talk about that and actually openly say that live. For people that don't know me, that I had it. Everybody, I've always worn a mask all my life, for the most part, and been this happy, cheerful person, but I suffered from it. But again, I'm not giving that any power. So the Tin Man is when you have this mental illness, if you don't know anybody that has it, you go into this pit. And it is when you're curled up, you don't want to take a bath, you don't want to eat, you don't want to talk to anybody. It may be anger, it may be rage. It can be a whole lot of things. And you're in this pit and you cannot move. You literally cannot move. So that's what the Tin Man said to me. Okay, so again, you got the Tin Man, he can't move anything. Somebody had to come along and oil him up in order for him to move. So let me read this quote from the Tin Man. "You people with hearts have something to guide you and never do wrong. But I have no heart, and so I must be very careful." So again, that really spoke to me, because a lot of times people don't understand anxiety. They don't understand depression. They're just like, get up and go, like do it, like put that in your back, get up and go. A lot of people in the spiritual realm, and I'm not no disrespect to anybody, they're like, lean on your faith, you got it. I'm the most spiritual person in the world. People may not know that. But my praise is caught up in me singing, and I couldn't sing. I still can't really worship the way I want to worship, because that's caught up. And a lot of people think this is just a switch. You can flip on and off, and you can just move, but you're immobile. You can't do anything. So I want to give you some tips as I go along of how to get in motion. So number one, stay in shape. You got to get the stress off of you. Instead of curling up and letting your emotion bottle up and you just giving up on life, you have to stay in motion. So get the stress off of you, stay in shape, exercise, commit to a goal of exercising. I just recently committed to that. And that's going to help you a lot, because it's already building my self-confidence. you have to get up even when you don't feel like it. And that is extremely hard for some people to do. But it is necessary. And you know, you can't really move. And Dr. Carlton Calhoun kind of spoke to us over the weekend when we went at the leadership retreat, and it spoke volumes. You know, it's basically saying that you're allowing your body to control your mind. You have to get your mind right in order to tell your body what to do. So a lot of these things go hand in hand, and you'll realize that as I go along. But you have to get your mind right so you can tell your body what to do. So that leads me into number 3, and that's what you got to stop telling or letting your body decide what you want to do. You have to tell your body what to do, and you have to stick to that thing. So that is, always remember you're in control. Even when you feel like you're not, you're in control. You may have to fight some battles, you know, do some different things we're going to talk about in just a second. But what the second part of this is going to help you get that part right. Again, everything's connected, okay? So, part 2, she runs into the scarecrow. So the scarecrow is empty. He's just heartless, brainless, just empty. He needs to be filled up. So that's the scarecrow. So I'm going to read his quote, and he says, "Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?" Think about that. That is profound. Like we watched this movie and it was like, oh, you know, whatever. That is profound to me, because we do a lot of talking. We have no action, but we do a lot of talking. So to me, the scarecrow represents the mind, the all talk, no action. And this again is where you have to tell your body what to do. Now, if your mind's not strong and you feel kind of mindless, then these are some things that you have to do to reprogram. So number 4, meditate and labor in prayer. I'm not good at meditating. I'm trying to. My husband's great at it. He's meditating and I've got my eyes open and I'm looking at him like, okay, I'm here. Are you done yet? And he's out. And I'm just looking at him. But anyway, I'm trying to get there. But there's guided meditation. I actually have an app on my phone. That actually helps with that. That is a way that you can do it. And I know for a fact I labor in prayer. I used to have a war room in the previous house. War rooms are powerful. You got to really meditate in prayer. God always hears your prayers. And I'm telling you, like I said, I'm a spiritual person, so I'm going to speak my mind. God always hears your prayers even when you think nobody else does. He knows what you're going through. So you got to really, prayer changes things. And I mean, you hear that all the time, but I'm so serious. And that's going to help you get unstuck. Number 5, speak affirmations. So I can't quote the scripture, but the burning bush, I am that I am. He asked the burning bush, you know, what are you? And he was like, you know, I am that I am. So you got to remember that the most powerful the most powerful phrase in the world is I am. What you say after I am is what you are. So instead of you saying I'm broke, I am ugly, I am, you know, just whatever you're putting out. I don't want to say it too much because thoughts are powerful. I mean, words are powerful. You have to watch your tongue. You need to change. You need to actually say what you are. Look at your future self and say those things, and you're going to manifest into those things. You know, and just do that twice a day. If you are to the point where you're lost all hope, you need to do it 3 times a day, and you need to commit to it. I am. Write them down and record yourself saying it, because when you hear your own voice or when you write it down, that sticks. So make sure you do that. And also with affirmations, it's going to help you reprogram your mind. And that's very, very important, because like I said, if you reprogram your mind, you're able to tell your body what to do. Like I said, all these things are wrapped up together. So number 6, you need to guard your thoughts like you guard your heart. Now that's big to me, because, you know, you can get blocked up in here and not let anybody in. Why aren't we doing the same thing with our thoughts? Why aren't we guarding what we hear, what other people are saying about us? Why aren't we guarding that like we guard our hearts? It's very, very, very important. So you want to make sure you do that. So with me saying heart is my next topic, or the next character that she runs into, and that was the Cowardly Lion. Now, let me read his quote. He said, "What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. Now, what have they got that I ain't got?" I didn't even know he said ain't, but he did. I looked up the quote. But he said, "What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What have they got that I ain't got?" Now, you got to stop comparing yourself to other people, number one. Because when you compare yourself to other people, you lose a lot of hope. You got to look at your own, you got to look at yourself. And, to me, the cowardly lion is your heart. Why aren't you claiming what's already yours? It's your heart. And, that's what courage is. Now, in order to find your courage, number one, you got to love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, who you are, who God made you to be, then you can't be what somebody else needs you to be. If you're a business owner, if you don't love yourself first, you can't help your clients. You can't help your customers. If you're single and you're looking for a mate, you're not going to find, you may find a mate, but it's not going to last if you don't love yourself first. And, I've got to shout out to my husband because he knows a lot about me, and I was broken, very, very broken when we got together. And he was a mentor, a coach in the beginning, but he tells me all the time, Allie, love yourself, and that's important. It's tightened my relationship with him and others, and it's very important. So that's number one, first part of that, before I go into number 7, 8, and 9. So number 7, start a gratitude journal. Now, my mentor said, Mr. Rico McCambry, he said that gratitude is the gateway to prosperity. He said it for years, and I got it, but I didn't get it. And then Bishop Lemon Nesbitt, which is my bishop at church, confirmed this on Sunday, and was basically like, instead of complaining, you got to be grateful. And I had just started a gratitude journal. So I was like, thank you, Lord, hallelujah, thank you. So it made sense. Instead of complaining, you have to be grateful. I'm going to be transparent because you need to get to know me. I have 5 children. I'm a chef, and I just wear a lot of hats. I'm busy. I come home sometimes and the dishes are overflowing because my kids are here when I'm not here. And I had made up in my mind, and instead of saying, oh my God, you didn't do your chores, load the dishwasher, whatever, I'm going to be thankful for every dirty dish. Because if I'm not thankful for the dirty dishes, I mean, what? Like, that means there's food in the house. That means there's electricity. That means there's water. That means God provides. Some people don't have that. So I'm going to switch it around and be grateful. So I encourage you to be grateful. Grateful for the good things, grateful for the bad things. I'm grateful for the molestation, and I can say that now because without that happening, I couldn't be on this live now to motivate somebody. I'm thankful it happened. I learned a lot. Yes, it kept me bound for years, but I learned a lot. So I'm grateful for that. All right, and number 8, you have to get out of your comfort zone and build some courage. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm on camera. I don't know how many times I said I'll get better, but I'm here. This is stretching my comfort zone. My girls know heights is out of the question. They bungee jump and zip line and rock climb and So y'all, if y'all watching, y'all gonna have to be patient with me because that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I'm not a roller coaster person. I just recently started flying, but I do see myself jumping out of the airplane one day, but we'll see what happens with that. So get out of your comfort zone. You have to conquer faith over fear. You have to conquer it because if God is for you, like if you believe in God, then what's the worst that can happen? Because he's got you. So you have to really believe faith over fear. And that's going to be a true test for me because I'm a believer. But if I do something drastic, smart, but drastic, that's going to heighten my spirituality and my relationship with God, I feel. So that's a challenge for me. That's a goal. A 1-year goal, not a 5-year, 3-year, 2-year, a 1-year goal. Y'all pray for me. Now, number 8 is slay. Now, I'm not saying slay because it's hip and it's diva-ish. Slay is one of my favorite words because I always think about David and the Goliath. It took something so simple to defeat Goliath. So slay is my word. So you got to slay like David. So basically, you got to do what you say you're going to do. Like you can't make all these goals and these things and not do what you say you're going to do. It just doesn't work. It does not work. So do what you say you're going to do. That's going to help build your confidence because remember, that's going to help the cowardly lion in you, your courage, okay? So fast forwarding, now along the way on this journey on your yellow brick road, you're going to run into some stuff. So this is how I broke this down. You're going to run into stuff in your personal life, spiritual life, business life, Relationship. These are the things you're going to run across. Now you're going to run across the Wicked Witch of the West. Now her quote that I picked was, curses, curses. Somebody always helps that girl. Shoes or no shoes, I'm still great enough to conquer her, and woe to those who try to stop me. So, who is the Wicked Witch? That's your negative thoughts, number one, that's taking your dreams away. Your haters, it could be family, friends, just the dream killers in general, trying to destroy you, trying to take your shoes away. Because remember, this whole movie, they were after her shoes. So don't let that happen. You're going to come across them in order. The number one, like I said, is your negative thoughts. If you kill that noise, anything else that somebody tries to do to you, like, it doesn't matter. So stop giving energy to anything that does not help you grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. So make sure you do that. Then you're going to run across the Good Witch, which is Glinda. So the Glindas in your life are those to inspire you and remind you of your new mindset. So Glinda's quote was, you've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it yourself. So again, these are these people that hold you accountable, the people that love you, the people that remind you. So shout out to the leadership group. Some of you on here, Shalonda, Jerry, thank you for being here and holding me accountable. I told you I was going to do it. I did it. And if you're in the leadership or if you're a follower, if I'm not here next Monday, write on my wall and remind me that I am a leader and I said I was going to do this. But I already got my content for the next video, so we're good. But from here to the end of February, if I'm not here every Monday, even if I have to record a video in case I have to work, write on my wall, inbox me, say something, hold me accountable. Be a Glinda for me. Okay, so just always remember that you have the power to do it. You got to believe. You got to have faith. When I say that, my favorite scripture is Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. And also Jeremiah 29:11, God already knows the plans for you. So if you know that God knows your plans, then there's never any limit to what you can do. That's why my hashtag is ambition without limits, because I know God's got me. I know he has a plan for me. That's why I had to go through the things that I went through. That's why you had to go through the things you went through. I really honestly believe that 2019 is a year that God is going to show you why those things had to happen to you. So believe that thing. So last but not least, you have Professor Marvel. Now, Professor Marvel said this. Professor Marvel never guesses, he knows. Now, why are you running away? No, don't tell me. They don't understand you at home. They don't appreciate you. You want to see other lands, big cities, big mountains, big dreams. Big oceans. So again, that's your dreams. The second part of that, I gave it away. Second part of that is your dreams. The first part of that, I believe, is God. Because God knows everything. Again, back to Jeremiah 29:11. He knows. He knows the plans he has for you. So that's the first part of that. Now, the other part about people not believing you, that's the opinions of others. You got to block that out, remember. Remember, when you build your courage and you reprogram your mind, you're going to block all that out. And you're going to go for your dreams. You're going to keep your ruby slippers. Okay? So, the thing about Professor Marvel, he was there in the beginning, and he's going to be there in the end. That's God. He was there in the beginning. He's going to be there in the end. Just like your dreams, you got to hold on to in the back of your mind, or on your, on the wall, wherever. That was your dream from the beginning. It's going to be your dream to the end, even when it comes true. So remember that part. So the biggest takeaway is, let me repeat 1 through 9. Stay in shape. Get up when you don't feel like getting up. Stop telling your body, stop letting your mind tell you what to do, and tell your body what to do. Meditate, labor in prayer. Speak your affirmations. Guard your thoughts like you guard your heart. Start your gratitude journal. Get out of your comfort zone. Do something that scares you. And slay like David. Slay like David. Be strategic, but slay like David. And that's it, basically, for this video. Like I said, I'm going to go more in depth if you want to hear me talk, because I'm passionate about this now. I did a lot of studying for this. On my YouTube channel, my deadline for that is 5 p.m. on Friday, and it'll be up on my YouTube channel. Got some kinks to work out, and I will drop that down in the bottom. But I want y'all to just remember your goals and dreams. Remember God's promises for you. And I just want you to know, I was going to sing this for y'all, but I'm not ready yet. But I'm not going to cry. But hold on to your ruby slippers, and just know that The road's not going to be easy. It's going to be worth it when you get the odds. And last but not least, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. And the dreams that you really dream really come true. So that's my time. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next Monday. Theme of that one is What About Your Friends, TLC, and we're going to talk about goal friends. Peace.